When I first arrived to Minnesota, I didn't know anything about community organizing. I didn't even know what it was to begin with. It was until Salvador Miranda came down and had a presentation with community leaders to talk to them about the apprenticeship program. And that's when I realized, oh, what I've been looking for is called community organizing.
I was doing organizing around environmental justice. And I had just completed an event with Van Jones and Winona LaDuke, putting up solar panels and bringing alternative energy into the Little Earth community. At that time, Salvador Miranda came to me and we had a one-on-one and really opened up my eyes and shown me a world of organizing, being conscious of power, and how social and racial justice plays into that.
With my own community, it was right after September 11. The September 11 impact was huge in the community. The deportation was wide open. Many schools have been shut down. Many Somali bilingual sites have been closed. So that's why I was looking for some connection to how we can fix the issues most affecting our lives and while we building relationships with other people and getting more allies. So that was the connection I had with OAB.
The program was fabulous. It was the first time we did a fully bilingual program. At that time, that was pretty groundbreaking in Minnesota. And what we were also trying to do was take organizing theory and practice and community wisdom from the groups of leaders and farm worker community members and rural non-farm worker allies we were working with and create an organizing approach that really met those specific cultural needs and that cultural context. And OAP was extremely flexible and helpful in trying to pull resources and make that happen.
The Community Organizer Training Program at OAP was really one of the first opportunities for me to get a grounding around the actual theory of organizing and understanding it in a way that I can apply it to my work. I went from being just a student organizer pissed off at the world to being a community organizer with intentional relationships that build power and that build race equity here in Minnesota.
OAP has been offering community organizing training since 1993. Each year there's been a class, anywhere from 12 to 18 apprentice organizers who are partnered with a mentor and placed in an organization that is organizing as a strategy or it's involved in an issue campaign for equity.
In the program, I think we learned a lot of really useful practical frameworks to apply to the work that we were doing. And so trying to really understand how racial justice was connected to economic justice and social justice and the many different issues that we were working on.
Skills around agitation were really powerful for me, and it's something that I'm still working on a lot. Definitely the one-to-ones and that frame of relationships really being the building blocks of power.
Skills around coalition building with diverse leaders, diverse individuals.
Power analysis and power mapping, so developing an effective campaign strategy.
And in 2006, the board adopted a new mission for OAP. The new mission is OAP works to advance racial equity through research and community organizing, strategic convenings, especially of our allies, and racial justice training and using curriculum that the Applied Research Center and OAP have developed.
We all went around and said, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, out loud, I see myself running for office. And I learned during that time that, we're doing good work, we're doing hard work, but there's someone who are creating policies that keep us at a place. And really community organizing, political organizing go hand in hand.
My current community organizing work is still very connected to the racial justice movement. A lot of my organizing has to do with organizing the Latino community in southern Minnesota to make sure immigrants are freed from that kind of modern slavery that we call it right now. And a lot of my organizing has to do with empowering youth to make sure they become leaders in solving the issues that they confront in their communities as well.
Currently, we are working on trying to get Hmong history implemented throughout the state of Minnesota. The community and mainstream community as well need to understand why the Hmong are here in the United States, so that would take away any kind of negative prejudices and stereotypes. And so just on March 30th, 2011, we were able to implement Hmong history in the St. Paul Public School District. And so that's great because there's 9,000 Hmong students who attend school there.
I work for the Department of American Indian Studies and Chicano Studies at the University of Minnesota, but I also write poetry and spoken word. I found part of this collective called Palabristas, which means word slingers. A collective of Latino writers, poets, activists, organizers who, really rallied on the idea of poetry and the power of word.
If we can know how powerful we are, that we can create change, that the vote is important, that we can see ourselves running for public office or being a part of this process, coming to the Capitol in bigger numbers and larger numbers, that we can begin to change the structure of racism.
I would, and I think others, want to see a growing network and alignment of organizers and organizations who are stepping up and looking at how their work, their mission, their practices are leading to equity and addressing the disparities. So when I see them at rallies or actions, or see them taking on political positions like Rina, that's just the fruit of this work. It's just fantastic.